Guys, I found myself doing something I never thought that I'd actually be doing. Candace Owens is back today, and I found myself rooting for her. I was like, God, please let her have some evidence to prove her wild and crazy accusations that Israel and France have teamed up and hired assassins to come after her and kill her to the tune of $1.5 million bounty as well that was paid. And there was an apparent money trail that Candace Owens has not seen, so she has to allege that it's there. I was going, God, please let that be so. And well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't so, because as we know, Candace Owens is a psychopathic, narcissistic dingbat and also a compulsive liar. And well, in the very beginning of her show, she wanted to say that for those of you that called her crazy and said that she has no evidence and all that sort of other stuff, what was her evidence in response to that? You may be wondering. It was wake up. That was it. You don't believe me? Have a watch.
A long week. I have so many explosive revelations to share with you, and now it feels especially urgent, right? Don't you feel a sense of urgency right now? In the wake of me having learned that France apparently paid for my assassination and that the French Foreign Legion was apparently involved and on the ground at UVU on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination. And we should probably begin there. Foremost, if you were one of the people online who believed for a single second that it was even a remote possibility that I simply made up a French assassination attempt heading into Thanksgiving week, I don't know, for like attention or something, I sat around and I said, I'm just not getting enough attention. How can I start a global conversation about me? And then I came up with this idea of creating fan fiction where I imagined myself as the victim of a multinational state plot to murder me. Yeah, if you thought that for a single second, that it was for funsies, because I'm not busy or anything, then you're just not sober, you're not paying attention to anything, and you need to wake up real fast. We're gonna move quickly through a lot of things this week because everyone in the world needs to wake up to how things actually work. LOL to the idea of Western democracy. LOL to the idea that you can win in life and that everything's basically you've set the stage for a meritocracy and you can get ahead. No, actually, as you learn things, you become a target. You become a target to people that operate in the shadows. And that is, I think, what we are all learning in the wake of the last couple of months, especially. Now, going back to November 25th, I obviously tweeted exactly what I was informed. Okay, I'm going to...
Hey, everyone, real quick. I just want to let you all know of my brand new business called Kept Natural and my first ever product, Kept Naturals After Sun Care Gel. Is available right now. The link is available in the show description. It's a brand new, first of its kind, all natural and organic After Sun Care Gel. You can use it before, during, and after, and it helps assist your skin in feeling the best it's ever been. And also when it comes to being in the sun or even just having dry skin, this is the product that you need and want. Believe you me, I developed it for people that are struggling with their skincare or just need an added boost of their skincare. And I also designed it specifically to help you guys feel absolutely incredible. Your skin will love you. So get it right now. Link is available in the show description. For the first 20 people that get their hands on this, shipping is free. It's for Australia only. I have to preface this by saying that Australia only at this time, and then hopefully it'll become international. So why wait, my friends? Get yours right now.
I got even more specific, right? I said there was a paper trail that Macron allegedly paid $1.5 million. And I am saying allegedly because until I can physically see with my own eyes inside of these accounts and verify the transfer of that payment, it's of course alleged. The amount is alleged. 2 assassins were hired, one Israeli, one French-Canadian woman, okay, a man and a woman. And I also said that the money ran through the elite gentleman club descente. Again, I was very specific. And I asserted that the French Foreign Legion, which was a legion and a group that I had never heard about prior to this notification, were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Okay, I don't follow military stuff. So me even mentioning specific gendarmerie, you have to assume that I got this information from somebody. Now, if you are, in fact, currently at this moment, the first man of France, that would be Brigitte Macron, and you are currently suing a podcaster in America named Candace Owens for defamation, for telling the truth, right? And the story that you are trying to sell to the public is that you were really deep down in your heart, you really believe that you are a woman and Candace is just crazy and desperate for clicks and willing to defame you for money. Then Candace Owens publicly proclaiming and accusing you of something directly implicated in her assassination, a claim which has gone viral. When I say viral, I mean just the tweet alone had over 100,000 retweets and 45 million impressions on X alone, okay? This would be your unique opportunity as the French first man to prove your case about Candace to the public, right? In the court of public opinion. This would be your time to slam dunk. Remember, the French couple has been so psychotically obsessed with trying to paint me as conflicted in my reporting that they even hired a private investigator to try to see if I was colluding with other state actors. You know, they kind of gloriously insinuated that I might be working with Russia. They paid for that. They paid for that investigation. So using that logic, wouldn't this be the opportunity, if you're the French couple, to come out and to prove your point, to make a stunning and a swift statement, right? We are shocked by the accusation. Of course, never in a million years. Oh, we told you guys, this is just for clicks. It's for money. This is beyond anything we've ever heard. I hope Candace gets well soon. That would be what I would say you should do if I'm advising you from a PR standpoint, right? In American basketball terms, this is like a flagrant foul, and you now get some free throws, right? If you're the French couple, you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees, investigative fees, and PR fees in a country on the other side of the Atlantic, trying desperately to paint me as a lunatic, and I give you the opportunity to spike the ball to prove that I'm a lunatic, and you don't do it? No, they didn't do it, did they? If you're paying attention, they did not do it. Of course, they send out the people on Twitter who get to come out and say, oh, I think she's crazy. I think she's making it up. They do this. We are always doing this every week. Oh, Trump never called her about Brigitte Macron. She's making that up for attention. Oh, she's lying. Charlie Kirk never changed his mind about Israel. She's making that up for attention. This is what we do every week, right?
Yeah, guys, we got to wake up. We're apparently not sober. So she's well in the head, and apparently we're the drunk ones. We're the insane ones. We're the crazy ones for thinking that she's actually crazy. We need to wake up. If we haven't seen what's going on or what's been happening in the world, then guess what, guys? Candace Owens, the arbiter of truth, the arbiter of all things. She knows all. She sees all, guys. And if you think that she's wrong, that she made up crazy accusations with, you know, no evidence to back any of it up, if you think that she's crazy for doing that, we're the drunk ones. How about that? We should just wake up and open our eyes and see that she's actually right. That's her rebuttal. You know, I don't know about you guys, but me watching this, I was going, God, please let her have some evidence that would actually help her case. In that moment, I thought, I was actually going, maybe, just maybe, I had like a sense in my gut. I was like, ooh, maybe she's about to drop the hammer on this. Maybe she's about to prove that she's actually once telling the truth. Nah, couldn't even do that. But for her, she wants to lay out this grand scheme. By the way, no one actually thought that it was fan fiction. We just thought that she's a crazy lunatic making up crazy stuff. Like, I think if you were to even create fan fiction, it would look a lot different to what she's actually coming up with. I think this goes beyond fan fiction, man. This is in the realm of total and utter delulu-ness. Like, this is, I think fan fiction at least is plausible and makes a little bit more sense. For Candace, on the other hand, nah. It makes no sense whatsoever because this woman is totally bat crap insane. But hey, once again, guys, you're the one. You are the one that is just not awake. You're not awake to the truth. If you think that she didn't have enough attention, doesn't have enough to do on Thanksgiving weekend, that she came up with a crazy plot to have two people, France and Israel. And if you think that, whoa, you're the crazy one. Oh boy. Yes. The amount, the paper trail, everything is alleged because she hasn't seen Jack All. And supposedly the person that told her all this, we don't know who the hell that person is or where the hell this person is or wherever this person got their information from. Supposedly, according to Candace, this person is close to Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron. That close. And then went straight to Candace Owens. Didn't go to the police, didn't go to anyone else. Went straight to Candace Owens and said, hey, Candy, I've got all this information for you. I can't prove any of it. I can't show you any of it, but go on your X account and make a post. Make all these crazy accusations, Candace, because we know that she's been pranked in the past with her lawyer firm. Supposedly her lawyers share the same building as the feds. So how about that? That was like a pretty funny thing. So how do we know that what Candace Owens has been saying of late is real, or that she's not being punked by some dingbat? And by the way, she hasn't provided any evidence to Brandon Tatum, who, by the way, was like, I'm convinced. Okay, mate. Are you still convinced now? Have you seen any real evidence? Or are you still like going, oh, I'm convinced that Candace Owens is, it's plausible this all is going on. And Candace Owens just goes on her show. And to be honest with you all, like the mummy slews of the internet, the middle-aged white women, they've got nothing better to do with their time. Candace Owens to them is like their crack, their addiction, right? They're obsessed with her, and they end up getting like even more nuts. If you are not providing any evidence whatsoever, no evidence whatsoever to support any of your claims, it is hearsay. It means jack all. But because of the lack of trust that Candace Owens has built around the government and all that sort of other stuff, and because the government haven't really helped themselves out either, everyone is distrusting of the government, of politicians, you name it. And, well, my friends, Candace is using that to her advantage. You have to assume that I got this information from somebody, more than likely ChatGPT, right? Or some other crazy individual that probably does follow the military, that, you can't piece everything together and go, well, this person said this, but it's given me no evidence. Now, you claim to be an investigative journalist, don't you, Candace Owens? You're a podcaster in your basement. You have not seen any of this stuff. You've just been told it. Now, wouldn't it make more sense, being the arbiter of truth and the investigative journalist that you so claim to be, and you're investigating Charlie Kirk's death, wouldn't it make a lot of sense for you to say to this person, hey, can you please share the evidence before I come out and make all these claims? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because that's what journalists do, right? They have evidence that backs up their claims. No, not Candace Owens. No, she will go to air with nothing and bullcrap her way through the entire thing. And people still believe her. It is truly something else to behold, isn't it? She's not seen anything, but she'll go, oh, I was very specific because this person told me to be very specific. And ChatGPT helped me on the weekend, by the way, to be very, very specific. Tighten this up for me, ChatGPT. In today's day and age, you don't really know what's real and what's not because of ChatGPT or AI. It makes things very, very particular, doesn't it? You can't necessarily tell whether or not someone has written you a text message that was put through ChatGPT or what. Nowadays, it's just really difficult. And Candace is like building her entire show off of a lie that she's actually investigating Charlie Kirk's death. Then she wants to make the claim that France was involved in Charlie's death, the legionaries. Evidence? Nah, just a claim. I'll say that it's alleged because I haven't. That's what we do now, right? We're now using the term alleged because legal ramifications, obviously. It sounds as if Candy Owens going after Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron because they said absolutely nothing to her outlandish and crazy claims that they had hired someone or two people, Israel as well, to kill her. Yeah, apparently they hired a private eye to investigate her. That's a little bit different to hiring two assassins to take her out. But nevertheless, Candace wanted them. She was baiting them to say something. And they said nothing. They did not give her what she wanted because then Candace would have come out and said, there you go, guys. There you go. They are denying it. They're denying that they are involved in this, and she would have just played on it. Seems like this woman, Candy Owens, is furious that Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte did nothing. Silence. And, you know, sometimes the best response to dingbats like Candy Owens and being baited is not to take the bait and say nothing. Because if you said something, if you did anything at all, she could use it. And they know. They would have been advised from a legal standpoint, 100% they would have been. Say nothing, do nothing. You are feeding into this woman's gamble, this woman's gambit, and it is sick. It is twisted. You guys are winning in court. Don't do anything. Stay out of it. And if you want, we can add it to the legal court proceedings. It seems as if Candace Owens is reeling right now. She's not happy at all that she did not get her way, even though millions of people saw the post that she made with no evidence, by the way, which should worry the hell out of people. It got 104,000 retweets. Again, that should concern the hell out of people. And the amount of comments it got as well. This woman is a provocateur. And Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron, even though I don't like them at all, they did the right thing. And so did the White House. So did the President of the United States. They could see exactly what she's trying to do. If there is no evidence, if they can't find any evidence, if no journalists can't find any evidence on this, honestly, why should they even bother giving it oxygen? Sometimes you just got to take the oxygen out of people that try and soak up that oxygen all for themselves. You got to take it out and say, nah, no more. Take the oxygen out of something that she's trying to get more oxygen pumped into and pushed out. It's honestly ridiculous and absurd. But of course, and she keeps going. Have a watch of this.
Challenged, Republican challenged the Candace is making everything up crowd to prove it. Press the White House for a response, right? The White House is the ball's very firmly in their court. And a week later, this is the official White House response. So what are we to make of that, you guys? Did I report it to the White House? Of course I reported it to the White House. Did I report it to the FBI? Of course I reported it to the FBI. Did I report it to our counterterrorism unit? Of course I reported it because I'm telling you there's a paper trail. Common sense. You think I'm just doing that because I'm assuming you could get a felony for making something up out of thin air like that. You can't just use United States resources to go after somebody in a plot that never existed that you did for clicks on YouTube. So what's the issue here? Why is no one coming out and telling you that that's completely baseless, especially the Charlie Kirk assassination? The whole world is invested in that assassination. Wouldn't you want to shut that down? The idea that it was a multinationally planned event. And by the way, is that on its face even plausible? Multiple agencies and multiple countries involved from Egypt to Israel. People are saying that's totally crazy.
Now, Candace's claim, she demanded in fact. She was telling people to contact the White House. So apparently she contacted the White House. Well, if that's the case, why don't you show us the text message or the receipt? Receipts matter to show us that you're not bullcrapping. But you are. You couldn't even do that. And she's like, oh, there must be some sort of crime making up this crazy scheme, crazy accusation. Yeah, I think there should be a crime at all. It's kind of like the Jussie Smollett thing, right? The girl that cried wolf many, many times over, you're accused. This is like beyond the realm of like just podcasting. This is well beyond. I mean, she's using this or going off of this based on what someone has said. She's run with it, not based on what she has actually seen with her own eyes and what everyone else has seen that can actually be officially verified. No, she's running with this and doesn't actually care whether or not it is a crime because according to her, she already knows that it could possibly be a crime. So she's thought about that, making these accusations, but you're doubling down. You're tripling down, in fact. And you want to get angry that the White House, the FBI, and everyone else decided to just like take the oxygen out of it. Oh, here's Candace again, going nuts. She already admitted that she didn't go through an official channel to alert the FBI. She admitted that. So how are we supposed to like trust anything she said? She just sent a text message to some dude high up who read the text message and that was it. Didn't respond. Probably going, oh, not again. Not again. Candace, just stop. You're a paranoid schizophrenic. Stop. You're a narcissistic psychopath. This is a cry for attention. Stop. So Cinema Shogun, I want to give this guy a shout out because he's done good work. He watched Candace Owens' show, and I also did too. So you guys didn't have to. You had to watch like a little bit, obviously. After a week of dramatics pretending she was hiding for her life from assassins, Candace admits she didn't go through official channels to alert the FBI about the threats against her. Now, I don't know about you, but wouldn't it, if you've got two assassins, right? Not just one, two. Wouldn't it make more sense to go through official channels so they can actually do things properly? Oh, no, I sent a text message to someone that read the text message, didn't think too much of it, and that was it. She supposedly sent out a few texts, and they didn't even reply to her. Seems like she doesn't really have much of a pull that she thought she did, right? And there you go. She has more pull on her podcast with dingbats like other podcasters and other people that just those finger dingbats, the keyboard warriors, you know, keyboard dingbats, the ones that just send things out like crazy and try to get the rage bait going. She's very good at that. She's a provocateur. But when it comes to official matters, she has no pull whatsoever. And they don't even care because they're like, where's the evidence? I think they would take this a lot more seriously, Candy, just me. They would take it a lot more seriously if they actually had evidence, not you going, France and Israel are trying to get me. They paid to kill me. This person said so. Or a person didn't give me their name. Oh, boy. She then claims the Wilmington, Delaware is secretly run by France. Once again, the evidence she provides is an anonymous email. She then reads the email that is filled with mumbo jumbo about red cranes and office buildings, claiming it's all one big French conspiracy. She then says this is somehow proof that the federal government set her up to get sued by the Macrons. Yes, I'm sure they really care about Candace Owens that much. Oh, goodness me, this woman just needs significant help. She then says that she can't figure out where Brigitte Macron was when Charlie Kirk was killed and suggests that she might have even been flying around in Egyptian planes trying to get Charlie. Oh, wow. How about that? The entire episode had almost nothing to do with Charlie Kirk and was just all about Candace and her lawsuit. No real evidence provided, nothing of real value learned, complete and utter waste of time. Like I have been saying many, many times over, someone's got to stop her. Seriously, stop her from spinning out. It's getting very embarrassing. And anyone that believes in what she's saying, they also need to get help. Significant help. Anyway, that is enough from me. Just thought I'd give you guys an update on the progress or lack thereof. But that's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.